Harbhajan Singh joining us. Well, Harbhajan, let's start with the most toughest question of the lot here. We talk about India and New Zealand's recent form in the Champions Trophy. Well, India unbeaten heading into the final, while New Zealand have lost just one game so far. So who do you think would be the favourites for this summit clash and why?
You rightly mentioned both the teams. They have played brilliant cricket, but on a given day, I think India is looking better team and a stronger team in this particular venue because India have played all their in this venue and they know this pitch better than the New Zealanders. And New Zealander have lost just one game, and that too was against India in the same ground. So today, again, it's going to be that spinning friendly wicket where New Zealand will have to cope with a lot of spin, which is going to be the biggest challenge for them to kind of negotiate with. And if they want to win, they have to play really well against the spin.
Now let's talk about India's team combination. When the tournament began, India opened the bowling with Mohammad Shami and Harshit Rana, but then as the mega event progressed, India decided to have four spinners, and that's something that's really worked for them. So what do you think should be India's plan for this all-important clash against New Zealand? Should they stick to four spinners or should they bring back Harshit Rana?
I don't think India will look to change anyone in the 11 from the 11. I think everything so far have worked for them. This playing four spinners on such conditions, I think that is the way forward. And of course, we have seen, spinners have taken the responsibility and taken the team forward. I'm not seeing, anything changing in the 11 today as well in the final against New Zealand, where four spinners will be the key for India, especially Varun and Kuldeep. Varun was brilliant in the previous encounter against New Zealand. So hoping one of those guys, Kuldeep or Varun, to shine again and win this game for India.
Now let's move our discussion to the senior players of the Indian cricket team, Rohit, Sharma and Virat Kohli. Well, obviously, a lot relies upon them if India are to really win this Champions Trophy. So what do you think would be their message to the youngsters or to all the other members in the team?
I think the only message will be given to the team is stick to those responsibility which has been given on a day one and try to execute their plan as they have been doing so far in this tournament. Sticking to the basic would be the key. And, and another message will be just play like any other game. Don't take extra burden. Don't take extra pressure on this given day because it just in the end of the day, it's a game of cricket, simple as that. Put that tag of a final aside and just play like you're playing any other game. So that'll be a simple formula which Rohit and Virat will be talking to the team. That's what I assume. And if I was part of the management, I'll say just go out there and express yourself. You guys have been doing an amazing job, and just stick to your plans, stick to your goals, and be aware what's happening in the games. Keeping it simple will be the key for India.
Well, moving our discussion to Varun Chakravarti, well, he has been a great player for India ever since making his ODI debut earlier in January. And now in the Champions Trophy, he got a fifer when he played against New Zealand in the group stage. So will he be key to India's chances once again against New Zealand?
Yeah, I think either Varun and Kuldeep, will be the key for India because New Zealand, knowing them, they tend to rely on their middle orders where Williamson and a few others they score runs in quick fashion, but spinners will put the brake on their runs and also pick up those wickets. So in my view, Varun would be a big kind of a surprise again for New Zealanders. Even though they played him, he was successful against them, but they'll be watchful against Varun. At the same time, Kuldeep bowling with Varun would work wonders for India. I think these two guys I'll be keeping my eyes on. And if India needs to win this one, spin needs. This is a game where spinners needs to come in the game. They have been doing great job so far, but that will matter nowhere. If you go on to have a bad day today. Hoping and wishing Team India spinner to have a great day on the field and win this one for India.
Last question. Well, one New Zealand bowler that Indian batters would have to be wary of.
Mitchell Santner, I think he's been the key for New Zealand bowling attack. He bowls well in the middle overs. He's someone who can bowl in the power plays. And even in the previous game, in the semi-final, he was pick of the bowler by taking those three important wickets against South Africa. I think this is one of those days where everybody will be itching to go out there and perform well. You don't need to take too much of a pressure, but just play Santner in a fashion where you scoring him off in singles or double, and at the same time be aggressive. Look to hit those boundaries in between. So I think Santner would be key for New Zealanders. How well he bowled will decide their fate, and how well we play him, will see us where we want to be in terms of on the scoreboard. 280, 300, what we're talking about.
Thank you, Harbhajan, for joining us. It was a great discussion, and thank you for your cooperation.